Bonjour, bienvenue sur ma chaîne de Master Gamer Québec. Aujourd'hui, c'est l'épisode de L.A Noire. Donc voilà, je vais commencer. Je vais juste faire un petit essai. Savoir si on m'entend très bien. Salut! Ça a marché! Oups. Je t'ai mis modérateur!
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can.
Je vais
The address
retourner
is
pour voir ce que tu me dis.
650 North Hobart.
Ça fait plaisir. J'avais oublié de le faire, mais je tiens mes promesses. Bon, je suis le dude.
Covered it up. Some kind of big conspiracy.
Est-ce que, babe, tu pourrais approcher l'écran pour que je puisse voir les commentaires, moi aussi? S'il te plaît.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Je m'assire, là. J'ai l'air folle debout dans le milieu du salon, tout ça. Attends, ce doigt, là. Bon, fait que là, on s'en va à la place. Ah, puis moi, ma tarte au sucre, j'ai un peu frette de même, je ça froid de même.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Hein?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
J'aime ça,
Okay,
frette.
fuck it. Forget I.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
Merci pour les pouces, c'est
The new
super
housing
gentil. Qu'est-ce que tu manges?
Moi, je vais te donner ça.
Hein?
Je sais pas c'est quoi.
Ça a l'air de... Ah. Ma cocotte est debout, mais ça, c'est pas grave, elle a 9 ans. Là. Elle va rester un peu debout, mais elle va aller se coucher dans pas long. Ça, c'est Bender. Bon, on va se concentrer sur... Oh mon dieu. Je m'excuse si je joue un peu avec le casque. Bon. J'ai vu qu'il y avait un commentaire de plus. Et voilà.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Merci. Bon. Tu peux te prendre une chaise hier si tu veux pour t'asseoir ou tu peux t'asseoir sur le... Oh, wesh!
Morelli, Mike, we recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Sérieusement, c'est traumatisant, là.
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
Dégueu. Bon. Comme
I think I've
d'habitude,
seen it all.
je fais le tour de la pièce.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps? That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Yeah.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating the pigs.
Non, c'est dégueulasse. Babe, reste proche.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me, and you won't be pretty much longer.
Ah
We
non,
can get this guy, Herschel.
Mais quoi en dessous de la tente?
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy.
À quoi comme?
There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this and we're fucked. End of story.
Le contrôle sur le monde. Tu peux mettre des liens.
You remember the
Plus
list
Marc
from the
serait capable de le
travel
dire.
Sure.
The Morellis were
Tu me
winners
donnes
too.
ça. Ben, faudrait
Their
que tu
name was on
m'approches la
that
table.
list.
Ben, je sais pas, moi. Ben, par choix, quelque chose.
I'll go across the street.
J'ai même pas ça là. Gaffeuse que je suis, je vais l'accrocher puis il va tomber. Bon.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Là, on parle aux voisins, ça a l'air. Bon.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
Encore?
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
On va regarder. Il a pas l'air stressé. Donc, je vais faire un test. Je vais mettre le lien de la famille sans filtre. Parfait.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Okay. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là?
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
Bon.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
L'amadoué.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Bon.
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere. Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Rain looks distinctive.
On va reparler à la personne.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Kent says I was looking out, though.
I think you're covering for someone, Foreman. Who is it?
And I think you are off your rocker. How can you make an accusation like that? What proof have you got?
Empreinte de chaussures. Ça? C'est pas?
I can see you're the excitable
non, pas
type. You shouldn't let your imagination run away with itself.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
Okay.
For Elysian Fields developments.
Mon Dieu.
Oh, I see you already have one.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Okay. Il y a encore la petite musique, fait que...
Work at the Examiner. About $50 for an exclusive.
As the cannibals finished off eating the clown, one said,
Mais bon,
"That tape?"
on verra qu'est-ce que ça va donner.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Mets-le là en attendant, là, 30 secondes.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We
Hey.
should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
T'as dit j'ai comme pas fini. Après, j'en reviendrai tout à l'heure.
Can you drive to this one?
All right. Where to?
Et voilà. Oh, ben c'est pas grave.
We are not going.
Yes, we are.
What
You
the-
just won't let this go, will you, Cole?
Excusez, j'ai rasé de mes trucs avec du lait. Ça aurait pas été drôle. Oh mon dieu. Bon, mais c'est normal, tu sais, quand t'es envie d'aller te coucher, là, t'es comme. Ah, je suis de même aussi. Récemment, je suis couché à cette heure-là, là, mais. J'ai essayé de faire mon chien m'asseoir.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Bon, donc
And
là,
that's
on va
our cue.
monter.
Thanks, ma'am.
Et voilà. Bon.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Bon. Est-ce que t'es parti de l'eau? Tu vas peut-être partir de
Like
l'eau.
a cigar. Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs!
Rancho Escondido. Okay.
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Là, on voit qu'il est calme, qu'il bouge pas.
Can we speed this up a little?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Je sais pas, j'ai comme le goût de l'intimider, mais il a de l'air honnête. Et on va l'intimider.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Concours pour gagner un voyage.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Ben là, franchement.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe.
C'est
You know
franchement.
about prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand.
Ooh.
It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Bon, acquisition locale de terrain.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense. The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills, you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
No.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Find the phone. Where's the phone? Phone.
Your boss is a fine man.
You phone. Where's the phone? Oh, il y en a un là.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Non, ben drôle ça.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
Moins 42.
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks.
Il a pas si fait que ça hier, site. Ben, Nadu, c'est qu'il a écrit qu'il faisait moins 42. Il a pas fait si fret que ça, me semble, hier. Ouais.
You know the way. You can drive.
So where do you want to go?
J'ai pas écouté que c'est que le... Demain, ça? Il va vraiment faire 14?
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
Babe. Ok, non.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for
Smart
a fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Come back here.
Ah, no!
He's black.
You right in the mouth.
Get up, you Colin. Yay! Bye-bye!
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Mais ça, tu peux dire qu'elle est weird.
Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Bon.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Oh, shit.
You got an idea, Hotshot?
Non. Et pas me dire que c'est déjà fini. Hein.
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till the love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Buy me a drink, Cole? No! Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel Save about... the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy. You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I
should have known that you were playing errand boy. You and your doofus partner. You have been warned. Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Yeah, no.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company. I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here. Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
What the...
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered.
Il va-tu faire chaud de même partout au Québec, Nadia, ou ça va être juste par chez toi?
I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
No. Sérieux, inondation pendant le COVID en Outaouais, là, à Gatineau, c'est laid. Oh my god, là, personne peut s'aider pour se rassembler pour les sacs de sable. Et ça va être l'enfer, man. Moi, par chez moi, j'en ai pas d'inondation. Ben, en bas, là, mais moi, je suis haute et je suis correct.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him, too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. Is there some kind of problem?
Let's take a look at the car.
Je suis désolée, j'ai pas écouté. Non, malheureusement, prévision pour les régions du Québec pour le 11 mars, centre du Québec, orage 19. Si tu regardes l'Outaouais, es-tu capable de regarder, voir?
Let's see what he's hauling around. Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Ben là, franchement, là, c'est évident, là.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Wow.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Attention, babe.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat.
Bon,
shit! He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trolley.
Ah, merde.
We gotta move fast, Cole.
Bon, c'est à mon tour. Hey, Gwen, on passe ça. Bien sûr d'elle.
I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Unit station code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Mais non. Hey, je suis vraiment poche à soir, sérieux, là. Ben là, on a vu que c'est pas. C'est sûr, sérieux, là.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Hey, je savais même pas qu'il s'est pas trop rapide. Ah ben, bon, on va continuer.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him. Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman. You gotta get me closer. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Give me... End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Ouais, débarque, vous t'empoités.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure.
C'est sûr, toi, tu joues dans le volume
Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard.
What the
I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Je pense que c'est fini, je suis pas sûre. 22 secondes.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Le film est presque fini, là, je sais pas.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
T'as entendu un petit bruit dans le micro? Ah, c'est ça, c'est fini. Véhicule endommagé 0, blessure 0, dégâts 210. Question indice trouvé 12 sur 13, question correcte 6 sur 7. On l'a pas raté celle-là. Moreau ne sera jamais officiellement accusé, cependant des preuves à charge pourraient le mettre en difficulté. Comme d'habitude, on voit un aperçu du prochain épisode de mercredi prochain. House of Sticks.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss. There's no need to come into the office, Ms. Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
I don't accept this.
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
C'est parce que je suis obligée de jouer là ou...
There's got to be more in these files.
En ce moment, là, moi, là, je m'en fous de ça. Bon. C'est ça, là.
There's something else in that report. I know it.
Bon, je pense que j'ai arrêté ça là, parce que, ben franchement, c'est sur l'autre, fait que je vais laisser ça là, puis je vais recommencer là, la semaine prochaine. Fait que si vous avez aimé, vous pouvez mettre un petit pouce, ou pas de partager les vidéos, partager la chaîne en grand nombre, et de commenter si vous avez aimé, blablabla. Fait que voilà, moi je vous laisse, il est tard, il est 10h, ben 21h53 chez moi. Donc c'est temps que je vais faire un gros dodo. Fait que on se voit la semaine prochaine. Merci d'être venu et merci des pouces et on se reparle. Merci, bye.